Hi friends, welcome to Data Science and AI Quest. In this topic, we are going to discuss the preliminary concept in statistics, that is, the various modes of data collection in statistics and the concept of sampling and population. So to begin over this topic, let us ask a question, that is, what is the purpose of asking questions in data analytics? The purpose of asking questions in data analytics is to collect information, and this collection of information is called as data. And when this data is collected for a large entity, then that huge data becomes a data set, and from this data set one would be able to conduct any further analysis, which is called as data analysis. There are very few basic ways of collection of data which can be listed as follows: personal interviews, mails carrying survey forms or questionnaires over web platforms, pop-up surveys, etc. So let us get some basic understanding of these methods that we have listed and try to understand which method serves which type of audience. First, personal interview. This method is used when the researcher has access to all the members and can closely connect with the people with the questions to gather required information. But this form of data collection is very restrictive in nature, as there is only communication between the parties, that is, the interviewer and the respondent. However, the data collected in this medium of collection is mostly free from misinterpretation and misunderstanding, as there is only communication between two parties, and that too very directly with each other. But a demerit of this form of data collection is that this is quite expensive in terms of time and amount, which roughly means that very less amount of data can be collected from the respondent within the time devoted for the data collection process. So we get to the next form or method of data collection, that is mailing questionnaire with web forms. This form of survey is addressed to the individual by mails with a request to fill in the details and send it back by a given date. The best part of this method of data collection is that this process is much less expensive in terms of time and effort, as this process has the potential to reach more number of people within less time and also get back reply from the respondents within less amount of time too. The demerits of this form of data collection is that the respondents may get less opportunity for getting assistance in clarifying the instructions that have been given, or in some cases, chances of not even getting any response back from the respondent can be a possibility too. So the next form of data collection is pilot survey. So once the questionnaire for a survey has been made, one can conduct a tryout with a small group, which is known as a pilot survey. This process helps in providing a preliminary idea of the survey. This helps in gathering or pre-testing a questionnaire so that the shortcomings and drawbacks can be figured out. This method of data collection also helps in the assessment of suitability of questions, getting clarity of the instructions, and performing enumeration with minimal cost factor too. So the next form is sample survey. A population or the universe in statistics means totality of the items under study. So here we compute the universe of sample sets as the population, or the population can be also called as the universe, and subunits of that universe or the population is called as a sample. So extending this, therefore population or the universe is a group to which all the possible applicable outcomes or results could be applied to. A population consists of all the individual items which possess certain characteristics according to the purpose of the survey. So the very first task in selecting a sample is to identify the overall population. Once the population has been identified, the researcher selects a representative sample as it is difficult to identify the entire population. A sample refers to a group or section of the population from which the information can be obtained. An ideal sample is generally smaller than the population and is capable of reasonably accurate information about the population within a much lower cost and shorter period of time. So a sample is a subunit of that population from which you can decipher most of the information about that population without considering the entire items of that population. So you can take a representative unit or some units within the population to be considered as a sample. So let us take an example on how this sample is to be selected for the purpose of a survey, or you can say a study as well. Suppose you want to study the average income of the people belonging to a region. Then according to the method that is taken up by the census, one would be required to find out the income of every individual in the region, add them up and then divide by the total number of individuals, so to get the average or mean of the income of all the people belonging to that region. Sometimes it may happen that a large amount of expenditure could get incurred in this process, as this method would require large number of enumerators to be deployed for carrying out this giganteous process. So alternatively, the organization taking up this task may try to select a representative sample of a few number of individuals from the region and find out their income. The average income of this selected group of individuals could be used as an estimate of the average income of the individuals of the entire region. This means the average income of this representative sample could be taken as an estimate of the average income of the entire population residing in that region. So most of the times in statistics, most of the samples taken up for analysis are some form of sample surveys. These are preferred in statistics because of a wide number of reasons. A sample can provide reasonably reliable and accurate information at a lower cost and within a shorter amount of time. As most of the samples are lesser in size than the population, that is true for every sample, that is most of the samples are less in size than their original population. So more detailed information can be collected by conducting intensive inquiries from this selected representative sample. So for this, few people or resources might be required for collection of the data from the sample. So in the next post we will be elaborating this concept of sampling and discuss the various sub-methods which are involved in the process of sampling and data collection that encompasses methods like random sampling, non-random sampling, sampling errors, etc. So concluding, this will be all in this topic for the day. So if you like this post and found it informative, then please press the like button and subscribe for more topics like these in our forthcoming discussions. Hence, thanks again for watching Data Science and AI Quest. Have a great day. Thank you.